I'm sorry. I feel like I put a cap on when you should start to change your setup and principles in the swing as you change club. So today we're going to play a hole here. I'm going to play a drive, an iron shot and a wedge. And I want you to compare my setup, my field positions to what you've got, because now I think it's time for you to access more distance and more accuracy.
And I'll be honest with you, if I was starting again, I would tell every golfer this is what they've got to feel for every club. So yeah, I am very sorry about that. But I promise you one thing. By the end of this video, we will be maximizing your potential with every single club, whether that be driver, hybrid, irons, or wedge. Now, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn the bell. I release golf instruction videos just like this every single week.
Now, when I say cap, I mean handicap. And I think in the past, I've tried to keep things far too simple. But now I think it's time for us all to think about it this way. As I say, to improve our ability, hit it further. So let's start with driver. Setup, we've got to feel our left ear is behind that golf ball. Now, in the entire swing, I want you to feel your pressure is staying more behind the golf ball. And very much here, at the top of the backswing, we want to feel like our pressure is in this trail side, this right here. So that's the first thing I want you to think about when you've got driver.
A great reference here is just to keep your left ear behind the golf ball at all time. Don't fall into any other complicated swing thoughts. You'll have this nailed if you just keep your left ear behind the golf ball.
Now what that's going to help is you hitting more up on the golf ball, more up. Think about it this way. Just please think about it this way. Keeping that weight and pressure more behind helps us hit more up on the way through. So the swing thoughts on the downswing, I want you to feel like you keep that spine tilt, and the easiest way to do that, and I promise you this is the easiest way, I swear by it, is keeping that left ear behind the golf ball from the top into impact. This is what all top pros do. Look at these right here. 1, 2, 3. And you should do this too.
Now don't forget, you control the content here on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe, turn the bell, and comment down what you need help with down below in the comment section. Oh, on that note, I would love to know if you hit your targets for 2024. Let's see how many of you did, and unfortunately, let's see how many of you didn't. This is an open place here, and I really want to help you improve. So I'd love to know if you did or didn't hit your target for 2024, and of course, what was that target?
Here we go. This is all going to come together here. Let's hit this one away. I'm excited to show you what I'll launch this like with this pressure, with this swing thought. Whoo! And it's slight draw bias, which is even a Brucey bonus.
Let's analyze a few swings from down the line and face on. There's a few things in this that is really going to help you. And to be honest, I have only mentioned one so far. That is hitting up on the golf ball. But that is not it. Having the weight and pressure more back will not only help you hit up, but it'll also help you hit from the inside. Now you're probably thinking, well, what's that going to do to my ball flight? Listen, significantly reduce your slice, increase your club head speed, and that is just the start of this. You're going to hit more fairways and be further down there. Now look at this from face on. You can see the two positions I'm really asking you to nail. One, the top of the backswing, lead ear behind the golf ball. And by the time you get down to impact, your lead ear still behind the golf ball. So to my students, Kevin comes to mind. He's trying to overpower the golf ball with the body, and that is just a detriment to him. He hits more over the top, he loses speed, he's checking wings, everything has to compromise. Okay, right, I feel it's now time to jump down the fairway, so let's look at irons.
So look at this drive here, just left half of the fairway. Some approach this. It's a layup all day long. Now let's go face on here and talk about pressure and weight points in the address. Now, let's say with driver, we've got a circle round our belt buckle and a circle round the middle of our chest. Our circle round our chest was behind, wasn't it? Roughly around there. Now with an iron, I want you to feel they sit and stack more on top of each other at address. So our line would be a lot more vertical. In the backswing, I want you to feel they stay more on top of each other, and this is really important. Downswing, stay more on top of each other, because this is going to get you to hit down. Think more on top, more down, more pressure in the right spot.
Just look at the difference you can see here. This is driver versus iron in that setup. Now just reference the two dots, the one on our belt buckle and the one on our sternum. You can see how there is a difference with the driver swing here on the left, whereas the irons, they're pretty much stacked on top of each other. Let's now take this swing to the top of the backswing. Again, you can see a little more spine tilt, a little more difference between those 2 points, the belt buckle and the sternum. And finally, as we come to impact, you can see the iron swing on the right. Those 2 pressure points are more on top of each other, whereas we still have a little bit of a difference with driver on the left. And I think this is really key. In your mind, you know what this is going to do. You're going to be able to hit up more on the golf ball with driver and hit down more on the golf ball with your irons. So that means less fat and thins. Okay, there's only one more thing we need to do to move forward here. I want to say this. If you're thinking, what do I do with my hybrids? Copy the irons. Most of us hit our hybrids off the deck, so treat it like an iron.
Look at the flight. Whew. Power, more penetrating, more control, exactly what we want. Finally, wedge feels. Now let's go back to those 2 dots. We want to guarantee a downwards hit. So weight and pressure needs to be ahead of target. So our dot here and our dot here want to feel they're roughly a grip ahead of the golf ball. And the simple thing, keep that weight and pressure left throughout the shot.
Should we summarize all 3 positions? Of course we can. Let's start in reverse order. Pitching. Both pressure points ahead of the golf ball and they stay there throughout the swing. Easy swing thought. Irons, both pressure points more on top of each other. And with driver, top pressure point behind bottom. So our sternum behind our belt buckle. Now there's just one more thing I haven't mentioned, and you'll definitely picked up on this. You'll have noticed my ball position has moved from my lead foot right at the front of my stance, more towards the middle with my irons, and then more towards my back foot, my trail foot, with my pitching. This again helps get those pressure points into the corresponding area to help maximize your strike, distance, and therefore control. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is your only place for simple golf tips that are always a little bit different.